It's a level check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer running a little late. Reds are in town. They're playing a game, and there's some thunderstorms that are heading into the city. They're worried about them. I'll show you those coming up here in just a second. But I'm live here. Got to do a few more things like turn on the lights. Otherwise, it'd be pretty dark. Okay, turn on the TV monitors right there. So I apologize for being late. Again, I had to update the Cincinnati Reds since we were the official weather provider for the Cincinnati Reds and let them know what we saw coming their way. And I'll show you that here in just a moment. All right, so let's go here. Okay. And got to gear up and get the weather computer running. Everything else seems to be running okay, but the way security is around this place, we have about 12,000 logins to do every single day. And so this is another couple of them, okay. Okay, I'll be with you in just a second. It's accepting my login. It's telling me any second now I'll be able to log into Max 1. Okay, which is weather computer number 1, which we use here on the streaming channel. Okay, so all right, so hi everybody, this is meteorologist Steve Horstmeyer. I am in the streaming center, and what we're looking at here is our tower cam shot. Now, what I wanted to do here is I wanted to show you the tower cam shot because what we've got is we've got 3 collapsing thunderstorms. I was updating the Reds because of what you see behind me. There's the top of a thunderstorm here, there's the top here, and there's another one there. So there's basically 3 of them that I've been watching, and you can see them a little bit better if I put it that way. Now it's 76 degrees at the International Airport. Let's go ahead and take a look at radar. So remember, we have 3 thunderstorms. We can identify 1, 2, and 3, and they're all collapsing. They're all kind of collapsing, meaning they're getting weaker, and so they're shrinking vertically. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at radar in just a second and see if we can see those. Okay, we'll look at that time lapse again in just a second. Okay, so here we go. There you see the shower and thunderstorm activity that is showing up on radar right in here. And the stuff here in Owen County is what we were just looking at, Owen and Carroll counties, on radar, or on this tower cam shot. And there you can see 1, 2, 3 cells. We can't quite see this one, but these are the thunderstorm cells that we just saw, and they're kind of breaking up and weakening. And if we zoom out a little bit, you can see that they are essentially heading for Great American Ballpark as they weaken. It looks like an 8:30 arrival time if they do get there. That's what I just told the Reds. There you see them right down here. So in Owen and Carroll counties, moving to the north and east, weakening as they do. They've gotten a lot weaker. The southern cell here, if you would just project it along on the same track, would go right here and stay well south of the ballpark. The ones that are here in Carroll and across the river in Switzerland counties, if you project that right along, that may graze the ballpark if they hold together, and that's one of the things we do. We go from forecasting for the Reds, which is telling, of course you know what that is, but what we call nowcasting is when things are happening, we watch, see how things change, use our meteorological knowledge and help them understand what's going to happen. So I just told the Reds that if they hold together, they're dying out pretty quickly. If they make it this far, it looks like about an 8:30 p.m. Arrival time at Great American Ballpark. Now, also out to the west, you see the Storm Prediction Center put out this tornado watch. Came out of nowhere, really surprised us. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that Indianapolis has issued. Now, the other ones that they've issued just really kind of fell apart. And they've had a couple of tornado warnings out also. But overall, we can see what they were thinking when they issued that warning by querying this. Okay, so there it is right there. I'll hit the query button. A box will pop up and it says, you see the outline on that box, that pinkish outline right there? Okay, it's a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado possible with 60-mile-an-hour winds, which means that they have seen some rotation. Now, there were 3 other thunderstorms that they issued tornado warnings for. None of them came to fruition as far as dropping a tornado, as far as we know right now. But all of them had weakening, had the rotation weakening as they moved north and eastward. So it's not really one of those situations. Excuse me, second, I'm going to sneeze. Never polite to sneeze into the microphone, so I apologize. That's why I potted down the audio board here. Okay, so this one has some rotation in it, but like the others, it more than likely will weaken. They're not showing any signs of moving this tornado watch further east, so I would be really surprised if it impacts the Fox 19 now viewing area, and I'd be really surprised if this is even close to being severe when it gets here. And these continue to kind of fall apart as they move north and eastward. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the first alert weather day information. Okay, the timing is for the afternoon and evening hours of tomorrow. All right, and what else we have to worry about here is, okay, come on. Damaging wind, hail, tornadoes, and flash flooding. So basically all modes of severe weather are in play for tomorrow. And again, all areas in the Fox 19 now viewing area are affected by this. So first alert weather day, another round of severe storms. This is a strong, powerful system. And I would not be surprised to see a couple tornado warnings. I would not be surprised to see a number of warnings for large hail, damaging winds. And more than one round of that coming is kind of been the case lately. Storm Prediction Center says we are under a slight risk of severe weather. That's the entire Fox 19 now viewing area. That's from 8 a.m. Thursday, 8 a.m. Friday, with our primary time being the afternoon and evening hours. We'll even have some lightning and thunder after midnight as we head into Friday morning, but I think it calms down. I think mainly afternoon and evening for the severe event. But overall, as we head into the hours just past midnight into Friday morning, we'll more than likely still have some thunder and lightning out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what the model shows here. Model shows temperatures in the 60s at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, so a very mild start to the day. We are looking at a line of severe thunderstorms. Okay, what I'm going to do here is stop this, and I'm going to just drag, as we say, scrub the timeline by myself here. Okay, so first of all, let's go back here. We've got a few showers and thunderstorms that begin to develop right there around 11:30 a.m. in our eastern counties, another line moving in. Well, 11:30 a.m. is that time of day when things really begin to heat up, and so those thunderstorms respond to the heating of the day and become big and strong by 2 p.m. And once again, you can see that this is what a thunderstorm looks like on a model run. You can see the cores here, the updraft core on these, the updraft core in here with a magenta color in here. So this model is, again, the models aren't very good at pinpointing exactly where those thunderstorms will be this far out. In other words, this model is telling us that the atmosphere is ripe for severe thunderstorms, and a lot of them, very strong ones, but it can't really guarantee you that there will be a severe thunderstorm right here near between Patriot and Dry Ridge, or this one south of Lebanon and this one north of Lebanon. So, but what it's telling us is that about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we more than likely will be swamped with severe thunderstorm warnings and damage reports during the day tomorrow, because this is a pretty potent system. Okay, so let's go ahead and put it back into motion. All right, and then you see another cluster of thunderstorm activity moves in behind the main line. This is the main line right here, and this also is thunderstorm activity. It may also still be severe, and that is around 7 p.m. So maybe when we're doing this, we'll see some of that coming our way. And then as we head on into Friday morning after midnight, there will be some more lightning and thunder. Everything begins to die down, though, as somewhat cooler air as trying to work into the tri-state. So I think still some lightning and thunder after midnight, but by the time we get to the morning commute Friday, the weather looks dry. And after this, I think we see some additional thunderstorm activity develop during the afternoon hours, maybe early evening hours of Friday. Maybe severe, but probably much just hit and miss stuff, and not likely severe. Airport temperatures as of 7 p.m., upper 60s to lower 70s. And I tell you what, if Richmond, Indiana wasn't there, it would be a lot easier to talk about the temperatures. So you see them there, Richmond, Indiana at 68, everybody else in the 70s. Sunset this evening at 8:30, so we've got an hour and 3 minutes before that happens. We dropped to 65 by 11 p.m. And by the way, I'm going to update this forecast. I haven't had time to do that. I think temperatures will be warmer overnight. We've got a low temperature of 62. I think it's going to be more like 65 degrees tomorrow morning. But whatever, 62, 65, it's still going to be very mild in the morning. And it looks like the rain comes to an end. And as we head on in and past 8 a.m., we may begin to see a few more thunderstorms pop up in some parts of the tri-state. But for the most part, your morning commute looks to be on dry roads. And then tomorrow, the sun sets at 8:32. High temperature about 78. That'll be somewhere around 3 p.m. Then we drop to 63 by midnight. Climate Prediction Center says we stay warmer than normal as we head to the 10th of May. You can see we stay warmer than normal right here as we head through the 14th of May. So it looks like warmer than normal weather through the 14th. And by the time we get to the 26th of May, we're still warmer than normal. Now, this is the graphic, the 3 to 4 week temperature outlook that is updated every Friday. So it'll be updated this Friday. But it still looks to me, based on what we see in the climate models, that we're going to stay warmer than normal. Okay, precipitation-wise, this is a big area of drier than normal weather. The green shade here is above normal. This is drier than normal weather. So from the 6th to the 10th of May, we may get a break from all the rain we've had. That's pretty nice because if a farmer that has a field that's well drained, not like bottom land along a floodplain in a river, but a well-drained field will probably firm up enough for them to get the equipment in the fields early, or even, I'm not sure what early is, I guess it depends upon the crops. But overall, that less than normal precipitation is going to continue on into the 14th of May. So we're going to become less active is what this is saying. We may have a few systems coming our way, but we're not going to have day after day after day of thunderstorm activity. And then the 3 to 4 week outlook, which is updated Friday, says near normal through the 26th of May. Okay, so here is that 7-day forecast. Looking at an overnight low of 62, probably more like 65, but there will be some spots around the tri-state, 62. 78 the high. Thursday's the first alert weather day. The Reds play a business day special. That's 12:40. And there could be some strong storms developing. They probably will develop after the Reds game is over, but can't guarantee that at this point. 57 and 70 on Friday with some morning clouds and afternoon storms. We're looking at some lingering rain on Saturday with a low of 43 and a high of 63. And I tell you what, the models are split. Some models are saying bone dry Sunday. The other half of the models are saying showers on Sunday. So I think basically in the afternoon, probably comfy sunshine, but maybe a few showers in the morning. I've got to update that forecast this evening with the new model runs that have come in. 71 on Monday, 74 on Tuesday, 78 on Wednesday. Clouds increase Monday, slim chance of a little rain on Tuesday, and another slim chance on Wednesday. When we go to beyond the 7-day forecast, here we go. High temperatures every single one of those days in the 70s, lows every single one of those days in the 50s. Notice we have 4 days without rain, 3 days with the chance of rainfall. And if we take a look at how it looks when we look at the 14 days all at one time, there are the highs, there are the lows compared to normal. And so we stay primarily a couple days below normal there early in that forecast period. And then we end up a little warmer than normal and then near normal to a little bit warmer than normal as we head toward the middle of the month. So it doesn't look like anything extreme one way or the other. And don't forget that Mother's Day is Sunday the 11th right here. And even though it's looking like a couple of rural areas right in here, the days we've been talking about, may be cold enough for a little bit of frost. Looks like most of us are going to be okay. If you want to be 100% sure, or let's say 96% sure, wait to plant your tender plants that you may have already bought that are started till the 11th, which is Mother's Day. Otherwise, if you want to take a risk, go ahead. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you that typically, once we get to Mother's Day, you don't ever have to worry about frost anymore. All right, let me go over to Facebook very quickly here. I've got a promotional shoot I've got to do here. and we'll see if there's anybody. Okay, gosh, what happened here? Something completely new. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. Oh, okay. All you got to do, there's all these tabs that open on their own on Facebook, and that's what I've got. And no, I don't see any comments whatsoever. So, oh, there we go. Oh, somebody moved them on me again. You know, the old dog and new tricks don't get together, and here's the old dog and new tricks. Okay, so I found the comments, so I'm not ignoring you people that are. Stephen Bryce Campbell. Only gusty winds and hail, that's it? No, I think we've got everything. We could have gusty winds, hail. Also, there could be an isolated tornado, and flash flooding is also a possibility for tomorrow, Stephen. Eric Carter says hello. Hi, Eric. Maria Shrine Strayer says hi. Hello, Maria. I hope you're having a good day. Let me check. I want to make sure. Yep, I'm on camera here. I don't like to talk and answer people's questions and that. If I'm off camera, it just seems rude to me. But that's, of course, another thing about being an old man. Sandra Ellen says, Kirsten Davis says thanks. Okay. And then you just heard that beep go off. The National Weather Service issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Owen County. All right, that is the storms we just saw on Tower Cam. Let me go to the radar here, and we'll load it and take a look at it. And they are saying that and I really find it hard to believe that this storm is that powerful still, but I haven't looked at it for a few minutes. So 60-mile-an-hour wind gust and the possibility of quarter-inch hail. Okay, and that's for the cell that you see right down here. I'll outline it for you real quickly. Okay, that's for this cell right in here, okay, that I put the yellow circle around. So National Weather Service has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Owen County. If I turn off the radar information, you can see where it is. The parts of Owen County that are included in that severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, so this is like a low-level severe thunderstorm warning. And I will zoom in here so we can see. So if you're in Monterey, Gratz, Perry Park, if you're in Holiday Ford, New Liberty, Owenton, Downingsville, not quite in it. Glencoe's actually on the other side of Eagle Creek in a different county, so you're not in it. But if you live along Route 127, all the way from the northern part of Owen County, all the way to Monterey in the southern part, you are included in that severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, and again, it's for quarter-size hail, or that's hail 1 inch in diameter, and it is for also the possibility of 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that is a severe thunderstorm warning for Owen County. Let me turn the radar information back on here. And there you see it right there. Now, if you look at this, let me, okay, so now I've got this. So if you look at this, you can see it at home. This is Elk Lake right down here. Here is a core that's kind of a purplish, dark purplish color. Well, that is the core of the thunderstorm, and that's where the hail would be. So that is, according to the Weather Service, that severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for the communities I just mentioned until 8 p.m. Okay, so that is in effect for another 25 minutes or so. And we'll see what happens with that cell as it continues to move to the north and east, and see what happens and how it's going to impact maybe Grant County. So right over here where Williamstown is, where Corinth is up here, Northcutt, this is Grant County, and so this cell is heading to the northeast. If you're along route, if you're in Owenton, you probably hear the thunder off to the west. I can turn on the lightning. We can see how much lightning's in it, and probably a lot. Lately, there's been tons of lightning. Yes, there's all kinds of lightning in there, and the lightning bolts are really big, so I'll turn it back off. So lots of lightning, lots of thunder, the possibility of a wind gust of 60 miles an hour, and the possibility of 1 inch hail. And I like to always tell everybody that When we talk about severe thunderstorms, there are only two things that determine a severe thunderstorm: wind gusts that are the expected wind gust, and the hail size. If the hail size is 1 inch in diameter or greater, that qualifies as a severe thunderstorm. If the wind gust, it's 57 or 58 miles an hour. They just use 60 now because it's a lot easier to remember. But if the wind gusts are 57, 58 or higher, that's also a severe thunderstorm. And there you see it moving almost, the core of that is going to, looks like it's going to cross right through Owenton. So if you're in Owen County, around Owenton, you may get some hail, you might get some torrential rainfall and some wind gusts. And I can look at, let's see, give me a second here. Okay, the Kentucky Mesonet I'm trying to find here. Okay, it hasn't reported yet. The Owenton, the thermometer's a little bit east of Owenton, so it really hasn't gotten into the thunderstorm yet. So for those of you in Owen County, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 8 p.m. That storm is already showing its signs of decreasing in intensity. If we take a look at this, and let's see here, let me go down to, I just want to check and make sure there's not much in the way of rotation in it. And we look at, the velocity. No, there is a little bit of rotation in it, but it doesn't look like, that's pretty high up. Since Owen County is so far away from the Wilmington radar site, now that's way above 5,000 feet. So, nah, it doesn't look like we have any problem with that. Let me see. Okay, so severe thunderstorm warning. I'm just checking some other things here, everybody. All right, turn the precipitation back off, and yeah, it's just a normal severe thunderstorm warning with no rotation indicated in the storm, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and the possibility of hail up to an inch. All right, so we have the only other warnings in the region. There's one here over southern Indiana, not far from Bloomington. This one in Owen County, and this one out of our viewing area that is very near. It basically butts up to the Licking River there, the border of Robertson County. Okay, and it does not include Cynthiana. It does not include our viewing area, but does include a location named Oddville. Okay, so we're watching that. Again, scattered showers and thunderstorms. I'm going to zoom out, turn the radar back on so you can see what's going on. Go back to something that makes more sense. I forgot I left it on debris detection just to make sure. So sweeping radar, go back to reflectivity, and there you have it. There you have the thunderstorm activity around the tri-state. And again, we're still watching the stuff to the south and west. It's about time for me to update the red, so I'm going to have to call, I'm going to have to say goodbye now. I've got to go to a promotional shoot in the studio, and I've got to update the reds on all this stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We may or may not have the 7:15 weather show, depending upon what's going on with the severe weather. If we don't, we'll have severe weather coverage from in here that would just be in place of the 7:15 weather show. So thanks for joining me. Have yourself a nice evening, and I'll see you tomorrow.